This is special coverage on POTUS.
Every year of this presidency is another year where we're $1 trillion in debt. $1 trillion deficit added every year. You could get rid of all discretionary spending and we would still have a budget deficit. The president cannot run on his record because it's dismal. On the budget, we also propose to strengthen Medicaid by empowering our states, by returning money to them so that they can design programs that are unique to their states to tailor this program to meet the needs of their populations.
That's a voice you're going to be hearing a lot of, some today and some beyond, as Paul Ryan, congressman from Wisconsin, is the selection of Mitt Romney to be on the ticket in November as this vice presidential nominee. Welcome to special coverage on POTUS. I'm Tim Farley in Washington, D.C. with producer Catherine Caperton and our cast of POTUS regulars who are giving us their perspective on the selection, both in terms of the strategy, the surprise factor, the politics, the policy, even the setting, as we've had conversations on this today. Joining us now as we await, and you can hear in the background a little bit of the noise as the crowd is waiting for Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan to emerge in Norfolk, Virginia. And as we await, let's go to Alan Kelly, plays for the presidency, plays2run.com. And Alan and I on Fridays sit down and go through some of the things during the week and that will play into the decisions and the sort of back and forth going on between the campaigns. Alan, first of all, thanks for jumping in this morning. I appreciate it.
No problem. I've had my pancakes. I'm ready.
Okay, so with or without the chocolate chips?
Without.
Okay. First of all, the selection today, you and I talked about this. Is there a play being run by Mitt Romney? Let's give it from the perspective of the plays to run that you are so much that you've put forth.
Yeah, looking at it from our system of 24 political strategies, there probably are two or three that jump right out. I think, firstly, there's a recast that's being run here. The pick of Ryan does a lot to reform or morph the Romney brand. It shows, I think it probably casts Romney as a workhorse, not a show horse, as they say in politics. It shows, it probably helps to neutralize the Mormon factor through, Paul Ryan's the Catholic faith. It, neutralizes one religion which might be seen as hybrid versus one which might be regarded as, let's say, legacy. You've also got in Ryan somebody who is, I think, does not have a tin ear, and that's a phrase that we've often, I think, and justifiably applied to Mitt Romney. I think that Ryan, while young and less experienced, is pretty feisty, but in a diplomatic way. He will be very ready to answer and to counter the plays that the Obama or Axelrod and company will throw at him. So there are other things going on, but I think the big one here is a recast.
To that point, Alan, I got a tweet a few minutes ago from at Matt Finity, and this is Matt Johnson, who says, not bothered by wealth, but being born with a silver spoon, can't relate to average Joe and his problems. Now, he's assuming, I guess, that both Mitt Romney or his contention is that neither Mitt Romney nor Paul Ryan can really understand middle-class America. You say, though, you think that Paul Ryan balances out that, if you will, insensitivity of Mitt Romney.
I think so. I think that the left will certainly play the wealth card, but my sense is that the right is doing a better job more and more, and will throughout the course of the election or the campaign, to show that that's really not the issue. Compassion and logic and clarity are the issue, and I think that's one of the things that Ryan really brings to the ticket, and does Romney too. These are both very steely-eyed business type of people that I think putting them together, they can demonstrate that they're the fix-it team. They're not noodling around thinking about peripheral issues like, say, wealth. They're trying to figure out how to fix this thing. I think they'll do a very good job of that.
You made a good point there, and that is this is now a shift, it seems, and I wonder if it is going to be determinative for Mitt Romney and his messaging, rather than focusing specifically and almost exclusively on whether or not the past 4 years have been bad, and we've been talking about this leading up to this. It's not just about the record of President Obama. It's not just about whether the last 4 years have been good. It's what to do about the future. And there had been some people saying that Mitt Romney needed to do this. And we're not so sure that this is necessarily going to be a message that's acceptable to America, because some people might find it fearful, or they might be scared about it. I guess the question, though, is this now making this election what Barack Obama wanted it to be about? It's a referendum. It's not a referendum on his record. It now is a choice between two competing visions of America, as he has said so often. Is that what this election is now going to be about, or is that just one, or is that not a part of what is going to happen?
I buy that. I think a lot of people have felt that the Romney's approach to date of making this a referendum on Obama has been okay and possibly losing steam. It seems to me that with Ryan in, that he can now shift to say, listen, I've been telling you that Obama is the problem, but now I'm going to tell you how to solve the Obama problem, and I have in here a proven solver. He wouldn't really be able to do that with Christie. He wouldn't really be able to do that with Rubio. Rubio would look like pandering to a constituency that he wants so badly, but which doesn't really fix the problem, being the economy. So I think he'll be able to say, okay, you've been asking what to do. Here's what to do. Here's the team that does it.
All right, Alan, I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to go to the stage now, because Bob McDonnell, who's the governor of Virginia, is there, and I assume he's going to introduce Mitt Romney, so we're going to listen to it. Thanks for jumping in. We may catch up with you afterwards, too, to get your take on this, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, Alan Kelly. Plays2run.com, Plays2run.com. Let's go to the governor of Virginia, Bob McDonnell, one of those whose name was selected as a possible running mate for Mitt Romney. He's not, though, and he is addressing the crowd in Norfolk, Virginia, as we listen live this morning on POTUS.
The Commonwealth of Virginia. To all you Virginians, I want to say thanks for having us here today. This is the mother of presidents, the birthplace of democracy. We're just 405 years ago, a couple miles away from here, the greatest country on earth, we've given birth at Cape Henry, the United States of America. And what a treat to be in Hampton Roads, the home of more veterans than just about any place in the world.